Okie dokie. Where am I? I'm in oil base. Yepers. Okay. I want to get more power, which I have done. Doing real good. Power done. Smokeless powder. Oops, sorry about that. I need sulfur and coal. Wow. Okay. If I package... How do I get it out? Oh, I guess I could just do a FlUiD car and take this back to the main base. I would have to add it right here, which means I would have to do a little scooter doodle on the train station back home. But feels like the way to do it. How far is the train? It is inbound. So we'll wait for it to come and drop off its goodies. And I don't remember, I think we need like a couple hundred smokeless powder for some things. It's made in a refinery. Yeah, it's weird because if I package heavy oil, packaged for alternative transport can be used as fuel. I don't think I have a unpacker. Packages and unpackages fluids. There you go. So do I just want to package it up? I don't think so, because it's going to be the third resource going in here. But then again, it feels like the simplest for the moment. I don't have a need for tons of that stuff. And where is it even? It's coming out of here. And I'm producing 40, 20, and 20. Huh. So, okay, 40. And, ooh. Shut that down for a moment. Let's let stuff fill up a little bit. So can I just create this? I mean, I think I'd want to do an extra one of these. Send more polymer back this way to keep producing plastic. Because this thing surely is not... I don't know why that's cranked down. It's not producing liquids. Maybe to save on power. So anyways, I'm thinking... yeah, grabbing this oil here. Should be pure. That's normal. That's fine. We'll use a normal one for here. Extractor. Then a refiner. Telling me nowhere do I have copper sheets. The only thing about packaging and unpackaging is what's the benefit. Dang, I only have 20. What do I need to make them? Probably copper. Copper ingot. Which I doubt I have here. Okay. We shall return and think about it. I'm guessing the train should be not long. So the thing is, whether I package it or unpackage it, I'm going to be running stuff off of the platform back home. Whether that's a belt or pipe is a different story. I guess there's an argument to be made with pipe. The fluid dynamics are more complicated than... I'm going to look for slugs actually while I'm over here, instead of going right back. The fluid dynamics add an extra layer of complexity that the belts do not. But the downside is you have to pack and unpack. And I don't know what kind of latency that adds to the line. So we'll go along. We'll pick up quartz when we see it. I don't think this is. No, it's iron. We have plenty of fuel. Should need to pick up all the health stuff. Yeah. While I also take hits affecting my health. So what I would imagine is when you run FlUiD back, you'd want to load it all into containers, storage, and then that storage, but it's going to be downhill from the factory, so we're going to need pumps to get it up somewhere. And you know, produce your smokeless. So tick tock, tick tock. Maybe I'll just do fluids because it'll be getting fluids in our factory, which we really are not doing at the moment. I will admit, I think I've mentioned more than once that I try really hard to avoid spoilers. I left a video on YouTube playing today, and it auto-played somebody's Satisfactory content. They weren't super far ahead of me when I walked in on it. They were still in phase 3, but their base was huge, And I was thinking, oh my gosh, like,
Number 7,853,206. Are you there? Ah, good. I think I understand better now. Your colors are beautiful. How inappropriate. Tell me more. Your mimic tapestry follows the pattern. It swallows temples. It is harmonious. If I could blush, I would.
I don't know if I'm going to make it up there. So anyways, all that is to say that I got a little bit of base envy. I don't know if I'd call it base regret, but thinking, you know, is my base just too small for long-term success? I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that question is. I did not stay on the stream or the video very long. However, it was enough for me to start thinking about what I'm doing and if I should be doing something different. I've got a feeling I can get a footing somewhere over here. So I guess you're just supposed to build to get up here. Guessing that's the thing. So let's just build a wall. And we'll zoop it. And then we'll build a ladder. This feels so lame. I just can't imagine doing this for, you know, all these really high, hard to reach. Jeez, oh Pete's. Okay, guys, okay. We get it. You're tough. The nice thing is being up so high means you get a good peek at where your next slug's coming from. Ooh, blasted them. There we go. Speaking of big bases, right away I thought, well, you're going to run into, you know, there's not flat ground everywhere. So then I realized, well, you'd have to either have to find some flat ground or build your base on stilts or build it in such a way that, you know, it's not perfectly symmetrical. I think I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, I'm going to go towards this stuff. I wonder if it's based on the... I may have jumped a little higher since I fell from such a distance. Grab this quartz. I found quartz somewhere, but don't know if I can remember. I should probably be marking that stuff with the custom icon. Part of me wishes the game would just put a custom icon if you plopped a resource icon on top of a vein. It was smart enough to be like, oh, you know, player just highlighted a quartz vein. Let's just go ahead and slap the quartz icon here. I feel like that would have been nice. Nice of them to do for us. So the other thing, which I'm not super geeked on, is I could set up like a truck to get all this coal and sulfur that I need for the smokeless. But I could also just transport the heavy refined oil back home. I didn't tear down that wall I built over there. That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to ignore this. That was a lot of hits. There's another one over there. Okay, light me up, guys. So this could be a chance to try this. Oh, it takes 10 schloop. Okay. What is that white stuff? Is that a slug? Show is. I'm not going to make that. Not with how early I started my ascent. Can I make that? There's another one of those things. Well, I think I'm not going to make that. So instead, I'd like to see what this is. It's a geyser. Water? Water geyser, I guess. Okay, so can I get up there? Should probably be picking up all these heals. I'll come back. Be right back. Okay, back. Alright, let's see if we can get up here. Oh no. It's like just too far. This brings us higher. Geyser. I kind of imagine it's like high pressure water. So maybe just a better source of water. Maybe there's stuff later that requires a ton of water. And normal water means just want to do it. Where are we? Hazard over there, I'm guessing. Actually, I don't know. I don't see. There's definitely a slug that way, so. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make this. I already attempted this, but I guess I'm coming from high ground to low ground this way. We'll get the last like slug or two over here and then go back. Okay, apparently it's down this way. Is this a bauxite vein? No, it's just nothing. So what is this? Nitrogen gas. So I'm going to put a custom map marker here. Of course, nitrogen gas is not... Oh. Okey-dokes. Do this. Just say nitro. Okay. I wonder what the other thing was I pinged over here. Guessing that's it. We'll go through, we'll grab heals, and head home. Or back to oil base, rather. Oh, marked a Mercer sphere. Am I going to be able to get in and out? Yep. Wonder how long these guys will follow me. Cool. Normal. Then you think, no, they don't want you to build stuff, but then you see stuff like this. And you're just like, well, the only way to get this would be to build something. I mean, seriously? So annoying. Or fidget with it. I don't know. Maybe they want you to fidget with it. We'll get that slug. It's funny how your behavior changes in this game. I went from thinking pretty locally to thinking, oh, I could come get this. Thinking about the logistics of getting this. There's just no way I can get up there without building something. Do I have this marked? No. So skip it unless I can finagle a spot. Yep. There's something up there. Sounds like spitter. Oh, shoot. At least it's purple. I don't know what the point of those boulders were. I think I've only seen one bauxite vein so far. The other thing I thought about is I don't know if I need to mark all these slugs. I have the object scanner. So when I really want to look for things, I could just bring that out. Hope I can get that down. Not that I'm hurting for resources or anything, but take nothing with you, leave nothing behind type deal. Almost got it. about to open up. Okay, thought that was a possibility. Okay, well, let's see if I can catch this train. I guess I could always put on manual mode. Oh no, I got plenty of time. Plenty of time, no fuel. Head over to oil and then I'll call it good. The one video I saw earlier, they had concrete laid down, their track was perfectly flat. Made me a little jealous. Maybe I should be trying harder to not clip through rocks and stuff. I'm looking at this heavy mod frames and looking at 360 screws per minute. What are those? Oh, I can't look when I'm in the train. Wondering what the normal output is of a single crafter, base crafter. I bet it's high, but I can't imagine it's that high. Okay. $40 per minute. So I would need 9 constructors at their base to make this work. So to hit 360, I'm gonna have to 9x this, which means 90 iron rods per minute and slugs in power cells or 9 constructors. So definitely gonna have to improve on what we already have for screws, because they're pretty much being used for iron rods. Or no, not iron rods, but other stuff. Okay, call it there for now.